G'day folks, it's good to be back. So, with Star Wars Episode 9 coming out this December, we still have some time to reflect on the sorry state of the franchise and where it went so very, very wrong. From my point of view, the fundamental problem with the new Disney Star Wars films is that they render our beloved original trilogy utterly meaningless. All the efforts of Han, Luke and Leia, their blood, sweat and tears to defeat the evil Empire, it was all pointless. The heroic sacrifices of Masters Yoda and Obi-Wan, their training of Luke, and the ultimate redemption of Darth Vader was all in vain, because within a generation of the rebellion's triumphant victory, the galaxy was right back at the same power dynamic situation that A New Hope began with. The victorious rebels and the re-established Republic are once again the outmanned and outgunned underdogs against a reformed empire reholding the balance of power that was so dramatically taken from them at the end of Return of the Jedi. Now, I'm no screenwriter, but I think that the new trilogy should have portrayed our favorite heroes as we remember them, battle-worn veterans whose courage to overcome the tyranny of the Empire should be legendary. In this ideal portrayal, they would be galaxy-renowned figures, lauded for their amazing feats of daring and bravery. However, instead of treating these noble characters with the dignity and respect they deserve, we got the selfless General Han Solo portrayed as an irresponsible, absent father and husband. The courageous Jedi Master Luke Skywalker was reduced to a sniveling, cowardly hermit, and his noble and inspiring sister, Princess Leia, is shown as an ineffective mother and leader at odds with her own republic. This was not the future that many of us imagined for the characters that we witnessed in triumphant celebration with the Ewoks at the glorious end of Episode 6. These new films have completely robbed our heroes of their victories and made a total mockery of their legacy. Attempting to erase our fond childhood memories of George Lucas's expansive universe just wasn't enough for the people now in charge, though. They seem hell-bent on re-engineering the entire mythos with their identity politics agenda. Star Wars was always accessible to a broad audience across the entire spectrum of opinions. It was never politicized until 2012, when the new masters took control and steered the ship firmly to the left, plowing ahead at full speed, laughing maniacally while they alienate the core of the fan base. Instead of presenting us with compelling new characters, we were fed shallow, one-dimensional cutouts that are so forgettable I highly doubt they will be remembered fondly a generation from now, in the same way that the original trilogy cast is. And the current merchandise sale numbers are definitely a testament to that fact. The only standout role from the new films is that of Rey, but it's not for positive reasons. They served us up one of the worst Mary Sue characters ever to grace the silver screen. She is an expert in almost all fields, be it piloting, engineering, hand-to-hand combat, lightsaber dueling, and to top it all off, she is morally perfect as well, with barely any room for improvement in her character arc. In A New Hope, Luke was only skilled at piloting. Rey, on the other hand, can fly and repair the Millennium Falcon even better than Han Solo, use Jedi mind tricks successfully on her first attempt, and can defeat a trained and experienced Jedi Master without any training of her own whatsoever. Not to mention that she also beats a veteran Jedi Master Luke Skywalker during a sparring session. This girl can simply do everything. She's so overpowered without any flaws that it becomes ridiculous to anyone who isn't obsessed with an agenda that can only elevate female characters by weakening and denigrating all the males around them. The cast was presented as a diverse mix of races, which nobody would have had a problem with if the shill media hadn't incessantly lectured us was needed because the fandom was just so full of toxic straight white males who mustn't be appealed to ever again. They tried to distract from their blatant disrespect of the fans by enticing us with gorgeous special effects and nostalgic music. But we saw right through the mesmerizing veneer. We saw right through to the rotten core that is Disney Star Wars. All hope is not lost though, people, because that mocked and slandered fan base has taken a stand and sent a strong message with their wallets. As a response to the insult that was The Last Jedi, the fans tanked Solo, or Soilo as it's now officially known. It bombed so hard at the box office because the people who were told that they weren't needed or wanted in the future of Star Wars simply didn't turn up to watch it. It was the most effective form of non-violent resistance against a mega corporation that had taken their hard-earned money for granted. Disney wanted these so-called toxic fans to be silent and just go away, but still expected them to fork out their cash and pay to be lectured to and insulted. But things didn't go as planned for the corporate ideologues at the top. You see, all the hostility, insults, and dismissal of the fans for not liking their propaganda movies has spawned the Fandom Menace, a determined movement of loyal fans and enthusiasts to take back their favorite franchises from the grips of these ideological elitists. If the studios wish to alienate their largest demographic, then that demographic will return the favor by boycotting all their films. By appealing to a vocal and radical minority of political activists, Disney has doomed their weird, strange version of Star Wars to financial and cultural failure. Eventually, someone with common sense will seize the reins of the Star Wars ship and once again redirect it back to that fantastic galaxy far, far away that we all remember so fondly. One day, we will be able to disregard these current atrocities as a nightmare that we all woke up from while we head to the cinemas to once again see a real Star Wars movie. Well, that's about it for me, folks. It was a pleasure being with you. Please like, share and subscribe, and leave a comment if you are so inclined. Take care, and I'll see you all later.